What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video, we're going over a different stock, and you guys can see here we're going over GameStop. And the reason we're covering this stock is because they've seen astronomical gains in the last couple days, and we're going to go over the truth behind GameStop and whether they actually deserve to be at this price point that they're trading for right now. And I'll give you a spoiler, the answer is no, but we're going to go over why they're actually up so much and whether it's a smart idea to buy in or maybe if you should short GameStop. But before we actually get into the video, for those of you who are new here, my name is Evan, and I make videos showing you guys different ways to make money in the stock market. So if that interests you guys, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss when I upload. Also, while you guys are down there, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, I would really appreciate it, and it lets me know that you guys enjoy these video updates every day. So again, if you guys wouldn't mind going down and hitting the like button, I would really appreciate it. But now jumping into GameStop, you can see that they're trading right around $300 today. Now if you guys don't know, GameStop has been historically a penny stock. Now, a penny stock is pretty much anything under $5, and that's where GameStop's been trading for most of the last year, and even in the last couple of years. But when we just look at the moves that GameStop's been making today, you can see, of course, they're trading right around 300, but early on in the trading day, they're up to 352, which is a 137% increase in one day. And then within about an hour of the stock market opening, they were down to $250 right on the nose, and then within another hour, they were up to $371. That's a 150% increase in a single day. And this is common among penny stocks. We see this all the time in penny stocks, because somebody with a lot of money or a lot of capital can really increase the price of a penny stock, and it's basically pumping and dumping a stock. Now the difference here with GameStop is that they're trading for over $200, and they're up to almost $400 at one point today. So even though they were a penny stock, they're no longer a penny stock, obviously. And so right now the requirement to get into GameStop and to cause them to see these massive increases and this super high volatility through the day, it's not due to a couple people influencing the price. This is a large movement that's really shaping the price of GameStop. Now I pulled up the 1 week chart, and this is where you can really see how much GameStop has moved. They're up almost 700% on the 1 week chart. I mean, if we just look at the beginning of the week, they were trading right around $40 here. You can see $41, $42, and then they saw a pretty big jump on January 25th up to $140 almost, and people didn't really think anything of this, and then they pulled all the way back down to 70, and we're going to get into why they saw this huge increase in the last day here. But again, these insane gains, of course, they're not sustainable. So if you guys are investing in GameStop, just know that this is very risky and you guys could potentially lose a lot of money. Now, at the same time, you could potentially make a lot of money, but at least for me, that's not a risk I'm willing to take. And when we actually look at the 3-month chart, this is where you can see GameStop has just gone straight up pretty much to the moon, and they were actually trading around $11. Now, when we zoom out to the 1 year chart, this is where you can see that they were a penny stock. They were trading around $3 and $4 most of the year, and they really only started picking up the pace in September about. But again, these gains are not sustainable. This is not something you see from a normal blue chip stock or a normal upwards trending stock. I mean, look at the percentage on the 1 year chart. They're up over 7,000%. Now, for those of you who are unaware of why GameStop is up so much, before we actually get into that, if you guys didn't know, GameStop is pretty much going out of business, and they have been for a while. And they actually announced in December that they're planning to close over 1,000 stores by March. Now, I assume that they're already doing this, and they've been closing stores since they announced this in December. And so that would be an average of about 300 stores per month. Now, my assumption is that GameStop is going out of business mostly because everything is online right now, and there's really no reason to go to a video game store when you can buy everything online and have it shipped directly to you. GameStop is pretty much just a middleman between you buying a video game or a video game console or whatever else you want to buy, and those middlemen aren't really needed when you can buy everything online. And so that's kind of my assumption. I don't know the specifics, but I would assume that's one of the big reasons why GameStop hasn't stood the test of time. But now for what you guys came here for, and this is why GameStop has actually gone up. And it says here how GameStop has found themselves at the center of a groundbreaking battle between Wall Street and small investors. Now, last April, when GameStop announced mass closures, their share price actually went down to about $3.25, And we could see that when we were looking at the 1-year chart. Now on Tuesday, they soared up 92% to close the day at $148. Now, of course, we've seen huge gains even since then, but all this pumping was due to small investors, and it was a lot of people on Wallstreetbets, and there was actually a lot of people predicting that the price would crash. Now, with all these people shorting against GameStop, there's people on the other end that wanted to pump up the price and prove people wrong, and so that's what we're seeing, and it's pretty obvious that the people buying the shares are really winning. And again, I don't know how much longer this is going to continue, but there's also been a lot of people, like I mentioned, that are shorting GameStop, and about 71.66 million shares are currently being shorted. And that's worth about $4.66 billion year to date. And these bets have cost investors about $6.12 billion, which includes a loss of almost $3 billion just on Monday. And Monday's stock gain saw an increase of 145% in less than 2 hours. And of course, this extended GameStop's gains for the year to more than 300%. But I want to make sure that you guys understand that this is mostly due to Wallstreetbets and just a lot of risky investors willing to put in money, hoping for it to pay off. And I'm sure a lot of it's paid off for many of these people, but there's also people that have lost a lot of money. And one of those examples is a lot of hedge funds that are actually losing quite a substantial amount of money. And these hedge funds have shorted against GameStop. And because GameStop's continued going up pretty much with no pullback in sight, well, that's caused a lot of really wealthy hedge funds to lose quite a substantial amount of money. Now, one of the more well-known shorters that's been shorting GameStop is actually Andrew Left from Citron Research. Now, I've mentioned him in the past, and he shorted NEO as well. And he basically likes to short all these stocks, pretty much wanting the price to come down so he can make all this money. And he's also had a very big influence on many stocks in the past. And so when he announces that he's shorting a stock, typically we do see an effect on the stock that he's mentioning. And he said that GameStop was a failing mall-based retailer, and in a report earlier this month, he predicted that GameStop would plunge all the way to $20 per share. And according to CNN, he's now given up on shorting GameStop, and it says the reason is because of harassment from the stock's backers, but I think it's most likely due to how much money he's lost, and possibly some of the harassment he's been dealing with as well. But I imagine he's probably lost a substantial amount of money trying to short GameStop. And there's also another major loser, which is Melvin Capital Management, and they're a hedge fund that has lost 30% of $12.5 billion under management this year on a series of short positions. And one of those major positions was exposure to GameStop. And so it's not just these everyday investors losing money shorting GameStop. There's actually a lot of hedge funds, as you can see, interested in shorting GameStop. And of course, they base all this on the fundamentals, and they know that GameStop is not worth nearly what they're trading for. They know GameStop should be a penny stock because it is going bankrupt, and they've been slowly going out of business for years now. And these people know that. But like I've mentioned before, and many people know this, the market can stay irrational longer than you can stay liquid. So for all we know, GameStop could shoot all the way up to $1,000, or they could drop down to $5. The main point is that GameStop is super risky right now with all this interest, and you really don't know which way they're going to trade. But on top of Reddit influencing the price of GameStop, Elon Musk also had a word to say, and he actually tweeted about GameStop, and this also drove a lot of investor interest into GameStop. And there's also assumptions that AMC and BlackBerry are next. Now, just to give you a quick summary here, even though I've kind of gone over this, it says that GameStop isn't just a store that sells video games. They're also one of the biggest bets Wall Street traders have made lately. And of course, now there's a lot of Reddit users who are actually buying GameStop, and they're really driving the price up. But this happened on Monday morning when a bunch of Reddit users decided to play the market and push GameStop stock up to nearly 3 times their average over the past several months. But GameStop jumped more than 822% from $17 at the beginning of the year, and then they dropped by nearly half, only rising back up to $147 Tuesday. And then Tesla CEO Elon Musk, which I'm sure most of you guys know who he is, he has a very big influence, and when he tweets about things, they really go pretty viral. And when he tweeted about GameStop, which you can see his tweet here, he just linked to Wallstreetbets. Well, then the price jumped by 40% in after hours trading. And now, of course, today is Wednesday, and we're seeing new all-time highs, and they actually got up to $370. Now, effectively, the Wallstreetbets crowd created artificial demand for GameStop and BlackBerry shares with their own money, and there is 2.2 million members in the Wallstreetbets community on Reddit. And even though it is nearly impossible to determine how many people are involved in the GameStop and BlackBerry schemes, all we know right now is that there's a lot of people really propping up the price of GameStop. Now, I don't want you guys to fall victim to this and lose a bunch of money, so make sure you guys are investing money that you're willing to lose, because you really could lose all your money if you bet on GameStop. Now, of course, I'm not a financial advisor, and you should really do your own research, but if you do research GameStop, you're going to know that they're not worth $370 or $400 that they're nearly trading at. GameStop is a dying business, and just like a lot of other stocks we've seen in the past that have been propped up, the fact of the matter is that they're going out of business and they're going to be bankrupt at some point in the near future. Now, for those of you who made it this far into the video, let me know if you guys are investing in GameStop right now, or if you plan to in the future. Now, again, I'm not personally putting any money into GameStop, and I considered shorting them yesterday, but of course you can see that would not have been a good idea, and all these hedge funds and these big millionaires are losing a lot of money shorting against GameStop. So I really can't suggest that you buy them or short them, because we don't know what's going to happen. I think their share price is kind of in the hands of these Wallstreetbets people, and whether more people start tweeting out or covering GameStop, again, it's possible that they continue going up and they go up to $1,000. You really never know. Or they could drop back down and become a penny stock. But let me know if you guys are investing in GameStop down in the comments section. And if you guys are, what's your average share price and how many shares do you own? Also, if you guys haven't signed up for Webull, make sure you guys sign up using the link in the description. And when you sign up and deposit $100, you'll get 4 free stocks. And if you guys want to join the Discord, we have nearly 1,000 members. So if you guys want to learn more about investing or ask questions, or even just talk with like-minded people, feel free to join using the link in the description or the top pinned comment down in the comment section. And if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, because it really does help out the channel. And with that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you back here in the next one. Bye.